Good morning students. In this video we will study about the leaf. So mainly in this video we will study about the types of leaves, phyllotaxy and modifications of leaves. So those students who have missed the Saturday class, so I am uploading this video for especially for them. So first we'll discuss about what are the different types of leaves. So on the basis of the lamina of the leaf we can categorize leaf into two different types. So what is lamina? So this green part of the leaf, this is the lamina. So on the basis of this lamina, leaves are mainly categorized into two different types. First one is a simple leaf and second one is a compound leaf. So now we'll discuss about simple leaf. What is simple leaf? So a leaf is said to be simple when its lamina is entire or when incised, the incisions do not touch the midrib. So which type of leaf will be known as simple leaf? So if the lamina part, so this lamina part will be entire or complete, then such type of leaf will be known as simple leaf. If there will be any incision, then that incision it will not touches the midrib. So incision means cut. If there will be any cut in the lamina part, so that cut it should not be reach up to the midrib. Then such type of leaf is also known as the simple leaf. So this is a diagram of simple leaf. Now we will come to the second type of leaf, which is the compound leaf. So when the incisions of the lamina reach up to the midrib, breaking it into a number of leaflets, the leaf is called compound. So this type of leaf it is known as compound leaf. So what is difference between simple leaf and compound leaf? So I want to make it clear that this is a diagram of one single leaf. So most of the students they get confused. So they think that this is a leaf. So this part is also a leaf. This one is also individual leaf. So it is not like that. So this one is a one single leaf, and this is the leaf base. This is the petiole part, and this is the midrib part. So in this compound leaf, what we are seeing that the lamina part, so there is a incision in lamina part, there is a cut in lamina part, and that incision it is reaches up to the midrib, and finally this incision it is dividing the lamina into 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 different leaflets. So these structures are not leaf, these structures are leaflet. So how many leaflets are present in this leaf? So total, in due to the incision in the lamina, so this leaf it is divided into 7 different leaflets. So this is a one single compound leaf. Now a bud is present in the axil of petiole in both simple and compound leaves, but not in the axil of leaflets of compound leaves. So very important information is given in this slide. So a bud it may be present in the axil of whether it is a simple leaf or it is compound leaf, but not in the axil of leaflets of compound leaf. So this is a leaflet of compound leaf. So a bud never be present in the axil of the leaflets of compound leaf. The compound leaves may be of two types. Now this compound leaves it is further divided into two different types. So try to recall how we are classifying the leaves. So leaf they are of two types, simple leaf and compound leaf. On what basis we have categorized that this one is a simple leaf, this one is a compound leaf? So on the basis of the lamina, structure of lamina, if there will be no incision in lamina, or if the lamina will be complete or entire, then it will be simple leaf. If there will be incision in lamina, if there will be cut in lamina, and that incision will reaches up to the midrib, then it will be known as compound leaf. And this compound leaf it is further divided into two types. So first is a pinnately compound leaf and second one is a palmately compound leaf. How will pronunciate it? Pinnately compound, and second one is palmately compound leaf. So one by one we'll discuss. First we'll discuss about the pinnately compound leaf. So what is the definition of pinnately compound leaf? So in a pinnately compound leaf, a number of leaflets are present on a common axis, and this common axis is called rachis. So this is a very important point. What is a rachis? So which represents the midrib of leaf as in neem. So in pinnately compound leaf, what we see? So a number of leaflets will arise from a common axis which is known as rachis. So this is a diagram of a pinnately compound leaf. So this is the midrib of the pinnately compound leaf, and what term is given for the midrib of pinnately compound leaf? It is known as rachis. So from both the side of rachis, the leaflets, number of leaflets will arise, and very good example of pinnately compound leaf, it is seen in that neem plant. So I hope now it is clear that what is pinnately compound leaf. Now we'll come to the second type of compound leaf, which is the palmately compound leaf. So in palmately compound leaves, what will happen? The leaflets are attached at a common point, that is at the tip of petiole, and as in seen in silk cotton. So in palmately compound leaf, what will happen? Leaflets will be attached at a common point. And what is this common point? So this is the tip of the petiole, so the end part of the petiole. So this is a diagram of palmately compound leaf. So in this diagram you can see that at the tip of the petiole, so this is the tip of the petiole. So number of leaflets, they will arise from the single point, which is the tip of the petiole. So these are the leaflets which will arise from the tip of the petiole, and finally it gives a palm like appearance. So in our palm also we observe that many fingers, they arise from our palm. So same type of things is also taking place here. Also from single point, many leaflets, they will arise. So that's where this palmately compound name actually it came from. So these are the two different types of compound leaf. One was the pinnately compound leaf, and the other one is a palmately compound leaf. Now we'll study about the next topic, which is the phyllotaxy. So what is phyllotaxy? How we can define phyllotaxy? So simply, phyllotaxy is the pattern of arrangement of leaves on the stem or branch. So this pattern of arrangement of leaves on the stem or branch is known as phyllotaxy. So this is usually of three types: alternate phyllotaxy, opposite phyllotaxy, and world phyllotaxy. So there are three different types of phyllotaxy: alternate phyllotaxy, opposite phyllotaxy, and world phyllotaxy. So one by one we'll discuss about these three types of phyllotaxy. First we'll start with the alternate phyllotaxy. So in alternate type of phyllotaxy, a single leaf arises at each node in alternate manner, as in China rose, mustard, and sunflower plants. So this is the diagram of alternate phyllotaxy. So in alternate phyllotaxy, what we are observing that, so this is a stem, and in alternate manner leaves are arising. So first leaf will arise from the right side, second leaf will arise from the left side, third leaf will arise from right side, fourth leaf will arise from the left side. So in alternate manner leaves will arise. So this type of arrangement of leaves on a stem is known as alternate phyllotaxy. Now next one is the opposite phyllotaxy. So in opposite type, a pair of leaves arise at each node and lie opposite to each other, as in Calotropis and guava plant. So in opposite phyllotaxy, what we observe? So this is a diagram of opposite phyllotaxy. So in opposite phyllotaxy, there will be a stem and a pair of leaves will arise from each node. For example, from this node, one pair of leaf will arise. From this node, one pair of leaf will arise. From here, also a pair of leaf will arise. And finally, they will be opposite in orientation. So such type of phyllotaxy is known as opposite phyllotaxy. So this is the difference between the alternate and opposite. So this is a diagram of alternate phyllotaxy, and this is the diagram of opposite phyllotaxy. Now we'll discuss about the third and the last type of phyllotaxy, which is the world phyllotaxy. So if more than two leaves arise at a node and form a whorl. It is called world phyllotaxy and it is seen in Alstonia. So in world phyllotaxy, what we are observing that from single node. So this is a diagram of world phyllotaxy. From from single node or from each node more than two leaves will arise and finally it will give appearance of whorl like structure. Whorl means circle. So such type of leaf is known as whorl phyllotaxy. And very good example is Alstonia. So we have to remember the examples also. Now we'll come to the modifications of leaves. So what is modifications of leaves? So the function of leaves. So leaves are often modified to perform functions other than photosynthesis. So we all know that what is the function of leaves. So leaves, they are involved in the process of photosynthesis. By the process of photosynthesis they prepare food for the plant. So this is the main function of leaf. So if any function performed by leaves apart from photosynthesis, then it will be known as modification of leaves. Now we'll discuss about what are the different types of modification. So they are converted into tendrils for climbing as in peas or into spines for defense as in cactus plant. So in this slide we can see there are two modifications of leaves is given. First is modification of leaves to provide additional support to the plant. So as in case of pea plant, what we observe that leaves, it will be modified into tendrils. The from the tip of the leaf, tendril will arise, and these tendril they will help in the climbing of plant. And second modification of leaf, which we are seeing that the modification of leaves into spines for defense purpose, as in case of cactus plant. So in cactus, what we see the spines present in cactus plant. So actually these spines are what? So these spines are the modified leaf. So they get modified into leaves, they get modified into spine to prevent the plant from the browsing animals. And this is the pea plant in which we can see that leaves they will modified into tendril to provide additional support to the plant body. Now next modification of leaf is the fleshy leaves of onion and garlic store food. So the fleshy leaves of onion, so they are actually they get modified for the storage of food. So I want to make it clear that storage of food, so it is a purpose or it is a function of root, so it is not a function of leaf. But in case of onion, in case of garlic, what we observe that the leaves they get modified for the storage of food. So this is a type of modification. In some plants such as Australian acacia, the leaves are small and short-lived. The petioles in these plants expand, become green and synthesize food. So in case of Australian acacia plant, what we observe that so these leaves, so they are very small and they are short-lived. After some time they get degenerated. So in such plant, Australian acacia plant, what will happen? The petiole part. So this is the petiole part of the leaf. So this petiole part it will become green and it will help in the process of photosynthesis. So Australian acacia is very important. We have to remember this. Now leaves of certain insectivorous plants such as pitcher plant, Venus flytrap are also modified leaves. So insectivorous plant like Venus flytrap. So this is a diagram of Venus flytrap. So this is a type of insectivorous plant. So in this case the leaves they are modified to trap the insect. So this is also a modification of leaves. So in this video this much only. Next video we will study a new topic. Thank you. Have a nice day.